Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Papa Bale. What's going on? Can never get that one right, but peace, everybody. Uh, so I just had this together a certain way, and it performed half as well as the way I had it before, so I'm changing it back. I've changed it literally like 7 times in the past day and a half. And these 32 gauge wires, this last build I had the 32 gauge out. You know, I took it out because I didn't want to deal with it. But now I'm putting it back in because it was worth it. You know, it was worth all the struggle. Alright, so I got, this is a single file 32 gauge coil, like the whole coil is 32. And then across from it we got the coil. See, that just popped out.
The 32.
Yeah, 32 just popped with it closed. It just popped right out. So I hope that doesn't become a common occurrence. It's already happening commonly. I could, you know, up it to 32, 30 gauge. See, I can tug on it, and then it just fell out. Oh, I must not have had it in as good as I have it in now. Alright. So we want to get, see, half of them are already plugged in, so we just want to get the red strand. That's the 32 gauge strand. Got it. Well, we want it on the other side of that though. Okay. Got a piece of tape, so we got the right end. This is the starting point. There it is. And the beat goes on. Shorten that up. Can we do it left-handed? So that went in like pretty deep, but it wasn't enough. You got it. Alright. To the next one. And that's all we're doing is hooking this up to the AC side of the equation. This side right here. So I'm going to hook the last one into this. And we're going to take all that 32 gauge voltage and we're going to shove it into these caps. And then the caps are 225 volts at 2200 capacitance. All these caps are 20 volts. All the green ones on the thing. And then there's a 50 volt 3.3 and another 50 volt 3.3. Alright. Next. See, it gets easy. I feel like I could do this, you know, blindfolded. And most of it's by touch anyway. You just need to have a position to start from. So you can push it in there and then it feels like it starts knocking on something and then it gets kind of stuck. Yes, we got it. All right. Sorry, I've been so involved. Kind of doing a play-by-play for you guys. Taking apart and putting together, adding things. Like right now, I haven't taken any of it apart. I'm just adding the 32 gauge strands. Because the bifilers are as follows: are the parallel coils. You got 26, 32, and 3 of them. And you got 26, 28, and 32 in the other 3. And then you got 2 32 gauge coils, and that's 8. So, yeah, I really, I like this one. I put it away a year ago, and I, brought it out to demonstrate, what it can do. I've had a few people say that I'm really, really close to having it be able to, keep going for a while. And that's all I'm going to say is for a while, because I would say I've heard a month. If I could put a solar panel on this, just a tiny little one, I could probably get it to go for a year. That's how close this is to going, and that's off the light inside the house. So at least that's what I feel it could do. After I put this 32 on, it's going to be really close to being able to just, solar panel might be what would knock it out of the park.
That sounds awesome.
Oh yeah.
I would really like to see that.
Oh, I would love to see that, dude. Heck yeah. All right. So. This one's a little tricky. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, we got it. So this is one where, your know-how is going to get you through. The short one is the beginning. The long one is the end. And I've done this coil so many times that that's what it is. Because there's no tape on it, you need to, oh man. You need to know what to do, which one is what. Because if you do them in reverse, and then you got, one coil going one way and then one coil going the other way, you're gonna not perform as well. Yeah, so if you find that your voltage has gone down and on the generator side, or your RPMs are going down on the motor side, you need to make that adjustment. All right. So we need this one, this long one. Yeah, it's tedious, very tedious. I mean, you gotta really want to see what it's gonna do to do any of this. You gotta want it. Truly, man, it is not, and I wouldn't necessarily call this fun either after the 10th time. It's like redundant, but it's necessary. And if you soldered it, then you wouldn't be able to really change it at all. You have to resolder it. And I mean, if you know how to do that, that's great. A lot of people don't know how to do it. A lot of people wouldn't do it. Just wouldn't do it because they believe in, putting it on the shelf. Whether it's good or not, actually, you know, just making it the best you can the first time is really what it is all about. In that regard, you know, in my regard, I do it exactly the opposite way. Well, I build it right the first time, and then I seek to improve upon it, and it never works. So, you know, I always build it the way I build it right the first time. And I don't know, not everyone, not every build is like that, but I feel like I get it right on the head most of the time with what I'm working with. Now I'm polishing up on my CAD skills so I can create more elaborate shapes and things like that, but it's still right now just pretty basic circles, squares, and different sizes, spheres, you know, cones, pyramids, all that good stuff.
I like that stuff.
Alright, well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out. Have a wonderful day. Please subscribe. Bye now.